And we're back. More predictions. And by predictions, I mean power rankings. Wrong intro there. But yeah. So, power rankings. NFL post week 8 before week 9, Pretty simple. So at 32, I had the Detroit Lions, who 44-6 against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, who I don't really consider to be one of the top teams in the league, nor do I consider them to be a middle of the pack team. I consider them kind of be just, there. You know, you lost that battle to them. You're staying at 32, and who knows, you might stay there for the whole season. 31 Texans. The Texans, you're horrible. I mean, even though you lost, what was it, 38-22, the score was, you still, scored most of those points towards the end of the game in garbage time when it didn't matter. So yeah, at 30, I have the Dolphins. The Dolphins, you actually did well. You put up a good fight against the Bills, but it doesn't matter. I still think that was one game. I don't think you're gonna really improve, but who knows? You play the Texans next week, and goes for the Texans as well. Winner of this game will at least move up one spot, and the loser of this game will at least move down one spot. Number 29, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars didn't really play well against the Seahawks. I expected that, but a lot of people expected a close game. But yeah, you lost pretty badly, so I'm gonna have to put you at 29. 28, the New York Giants. Now this is just perfect. Look at how it's lining up. Shame it's gonna end after this one. So Giants, great battle against the Chiefs. You almost had it, but at the same time, it's the Chiefs. I can't really say. It feels so weird saying that, but the Chiefs has not played up to expectations. Not even close. So they're just gonna have to deal with being, 28 and 27. I have the Jets. Even though the Jets won, I do feel like that was a trap game. Coincidentally, the two teams that the Jets have beat are the Titans and the Bengals. I kind of find, oh my Jesus, I kind of find it weird that, you've only beaten two solid teams, and the rest of the games you've lost. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put you at 20, 27 now. At 26, going, oh, Lions stayed the same at 32. The Texans stayed the same at 31. The Dolphins moved down a spot at 30. Jaguars moved down 2 spots at 29. The Giants moved down 2 spots at 28. The Jets moved up 3 spots at 27. And going down a spot, 26, I have the Falcons. Now I noticed I forgot to say if they moved up or down, so I just had to quickly run through that. The Falcons, you lost to the Panthers. I expected you to win this game. I expected it to be a blowout, honestly, but it wasn't. But I still think you're probably the third best team in that division. Who knows? You're still in the position where you could sneak in as a wild card as of lately. I mean, you've been playing like it. You've been playing like you could probably not do anything in the playoffs, but you could at least make it. And at 25, going down 2 spots, I have the football team. Great loss against the Broncos. I expected you to win that game. You should have won that game because of Melvin Gordon's fumble, but somehow, you didn't really do that. So, yeah. But, you're going to have to settle at 25. I do think you're playing like the worst team in that division because, I mean, let's be honest. We don't consider the Giants a football team at this point, it feels like. 25. At 24, going up 4 spots, the team that beat, wait, no, yeah, beat the Falcons, the Panthers. Nothing else to really say besides the fact the only reason you're up here is because you beat the Falcons. I mean, I still don't think you're going to do very well. I think you're going to be last in that division at the end of the season. You don't know who your quarterback is. I don't know how bad Sam Darnold's injury is. I'd assume your backup's probably PJ Walker, if I had to take a guess. So, yeah. At 23, going up a spot, we have Philadelphia. The Eagles, I mean, I don't know if I'm overhyping you, but you did beat the Lions pretty badly. So, I'm going to have to say good job on that. No, great win, great performance. You could maybe sneak into the wild card. I doubt it at this point, but it's not out of the possibility. But you're more than likely not winning the division. 22 going down a spot, the Chicago Bears. Bears, kind of close game to the 49ers. It was really close that whole time, but you just couldn't squeak it away. So you lost 33-22. It was like a one-score game the whole time. So you gotta like that about yourself. You kept in there with one of the better-ish teams in the league. I think they're not, an elite team. I think they're probably average at best. Um, at 21, I had the Broncos. The Broncos, I actually don't have where they were. Um, 20, they move up one spot, so let me quickly write that down. +1. Okay, so the Broncos, they moved up a spot. So they did, they beat the football team. Whether it was a good game or not, a win's a win. Um, so yeah. And then at 20, staying the same, San Fran. The unfortunate part for San Fran, you're just so good that, well, I not you, but the teams ahead of you are just a bit better than you. Even with the win, it doesn't really matter. So at 20, no, not 20, 19, going down a spot. Oh, I'm sorry. I just now realized I forgot to move the thing. I have the Chiefs. Even with you beating the Giants, you beat the Giants by 3 points. Come on. Got Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Mecole Hardman, Demarcus Robinson. You got a pretty good O-line that you really invested on. And a defense where you got some guys, and then they're not very good, but yeah. You're supposed to be at least a wild card team, and you're not playing like it. You're playing like you're playing for, a draft pick or all that, and you're trying to act competitive. 19. At 18, going up a spot, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Because of their win, I kind of had to move them up. It only feels right. I believe the score was 31-7. Great win. It was against a bad opponent, but at this point, I do feel like your chances of making the playoffs are probably around a 35% chance. Your chance of winning the division is probably around a 7%, 8% chance with two powerhouses. So yeah. At 17, going down 3 spots, we got the Minnesota Vikings. I predicted they'd lose this game, even with Dak being out, and I was right. Played like, yeah, it was bad. You almost won, but that was against Cooper Rush, their backup quarterback. But it's okay. I still think you can potentially sneak into the playoffs. It's way too, we shouldn't say way too early. We're kind of in the halfway points. Trade deadline is actually today as I'm recording this, and we'll go back to the Chiefs for a second. They traded a 6th-round pick to bring in Melvin Ingram from the Steelers. That could be a huge pickup, or it could just be a one thing. It's low risk, high reward type thing. But yeah, you're also paying him a lot of money. At 16, entering our top half, I have the Colts, who stayed the same. The Colts couldn't quite win against the Titans. Game of the week, in my opinion. I expected it to be. Went into overtime. Um, yeah, you just couldn't pull it out though. Michael Pittman, it looks like he got you guys a stud there. It's a shame, I said he'd be a bust, but yeah, I mean, he's proving me wrong right now, but at the same time, I mean, this is just his first season as a starter. Because last year he was dealing with injuries, and I don't even think he was a starter then anyway. At 15, moving up 2 spots. Where are they? The New England Patriots. Handing the butt kicking to the Chargers. I still think the Chargers will be better than you in the end, though, but that's not what we're discussing about. Um, you know, it feels wrong moving you up super far because you beat the Chargers. So I'm gonna have to have you at 15. But great win. You could turn this into something. You're playing out of your mind lately. And who knows, you could eventually move into that top 10 spot and overtake the Chargers even though you beat them. At 14, going down 3 spots, Browns. Browns, they're kind of injured. They're kind of not at this point. But still, you lost to the Steelers, who in the end had to fucking go for it on like every extra point and like field goal attempt because their punter didn't want to. And you still lost. You lost 15-10. Come on. You got this. You can so take over that division if you play your cards right, but you're not. You got not the Browns. You got the Bengals next week. That could be a huge, momentum for either side. And at 13, sorry, Trapper, if I just woke you up. The Chargers, great loss. It was very close for the whole game. I expected it to be that way. I expected the Patriots to win, though. I was right. I still think you're maybe the best team in that division. Maybe not. I still think you'll get in the playoffs, though. Maybe not as, like, a division winner, but, like, 6, 7 seed, maybe. So, yeah. 13. At 12, going up 3 spots, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Even when injured, missing their kicker. Great win, You played well past expectation. I expected the Browns to beat you. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I hope that I don't know who your kicker would be. I don't know if you'd go sign a guy or if your Chris Boswell is going to be fine or what, but missing your kicker would be a huge blow, especially if the guy, your punter, is afraid to kick. At number 11, I passed them. The Raiders. They had a bye week this week, but I still think they moved ahead. At 10, the Ravens going down a spot. Where are the Ravens at? There they are. They had a bye week, but I think there was one team that, jumped them. At 9, now this is a team we can talk about. The Bengals. I expected this, honestly. I expected a trap game. I expected it from a lot of teams. Now, this is going to... I expected it because I was expecting, a Halloween scary upsets, as I think people were calling it. But they're calling it the week of the backups. I still think the Bengals are a top 10 team. I'm still going to have them at 9. I do have them go down a spot, though. But it doesn't matter, Bengals. If you beat the Browns, you'll set yourself back on track, and then you'll have a bye week after to wrap your head around. At 8, gonna get a lot of criticism for this. Buccaneers, down 5 spots. You lost to Trevor Siemian and the Saints when you have Tom Brady. If you want to hate me, just let that settle in for a sec. The Buccaneers, with Tom Brady, it doesn't matter who Tom Brady has around him, or his O-line's what, or the defense he's going against, it's Tom Brady. You lost to Trevor fucking Siemian, their third string quarterback. Say what you want, you're down at 8. At 7, the Saints, going up 5 spots. With Trevor Siemian, you just kicked Tom Brady's old ass. Hopefully sending him into a, ooh, should I retire? Yeah. Yeah, you should, Brady. No one fucking likes you. By that, I mean I love you off the field. Like, I think you're a great guy, but on the field, I just hate you. Like, and people say, oh, you're going to miss these legends when you're gone. I'm not. Unless if a guy like Patrick Mahomes starts winning every Super Bowl, then I'm going to miss Brady. So I don't want the Super Bowl to just be, oh, this team in every year. All right, let's talk about the Saints now. Saints, great win against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. You know, I don't think many people had you winning that game. You showed up. You're on a 3-game winning streak now. You're getting hot at the perfect time in my eyes. You're now only half a game back in the division because you had a bye week. And if you win this week, you'll take over in the division because the Buccaneers are on a bye week. Saints is 7 at 6, staying the same. I had the Bills. The Bills, I mean, you kind of barely beat the Dolphins. It was close for the most part, but you did come away with the win at the end. I just can't really move you up when I see you barely beating, even if they're a division rival, the Dolphins, when I think they're number 30 in the league. At numero 5, I have the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, even without their starting quarterback, doesn't matter. They beat one of the better teams in the league in the Vikings. But yeah, I mean, let's hope Dak was a 1 week thing, but also it seems like it doesn't really matter if it was. Cooper Rush seems to be able to win you guys some games. At number 4, I had the Cardinals. Cardinals just couldn't quite hold on. You know, they were so close to winning. Sorry. And you lost. AJ Green didn't turn around, but at the same time, he did think it was a run play, so it is understandable why. I mean, why would you turn around if it's a run play? All you're supposed to do is block your guy. And yeah, I still think you can, really show up though. Number 3, Tennessee. Even without Derrick Henry, I still think he could be a menace. You know, he is going to be out a while. You signed Adrian Peterson, so I'm upset that you signed him because it took you that long for Adrian Peterson to get signed. Like, come on. No matter what his age is, he's still pretty good at his age. But yeah, I don't know about Julio Jones, but AJ Brown, he seems fine. I think Darrynton Evans is going to be fine. You have Tannehill, so. And their defense is playing exceptional lately. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if, you won that division because, I mean, your only competition now are the Colts, and if you finish with the same record, you get it. So, yeah, and you're already up, 3.5 games on them, so yeah. At number 2, we have the Rams. The Rams, pretty blowout win against the Texans, even though the score didn't say it out. You destroyed them, and then you kind of just let your foot off the gas and let them, slightly come back. But it's fine. You're getting hot. Your only loss to the Cardinals, which does suck because you would be leading the division and probably the NFC if you didn't. But it's okay. I still think you can make something out of nothing. And at number 1, the team that is number 1 in the standings, my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. 7-game winning streak. Great win against the Cardinals. It was close the whole time. And even with the Packers being banged up with injuries, I know Cardinal fans are saying they were banged up with injuries too, but definitely not as bad as the Packers, so shove that up your A word. Yeah. I do think you would have lost that game though if AJ Green didn't, be an idiot there. Sorry, AJ Green. You're probably my favorite Bengals player of all time. Because I do with Cincinnati. But yeah, it don't matter. You're number 1 now. Enjoy it while it lasts, because I'm sure, I don't. It's gonna be kind of hard to hold off that one spot for the whole rest of the season. But let me know how you think I did. Let me know what you would change. What I should improve on. And I'll see you next time.